Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology was founded through the Harambee spirit on 5th of January 1972 as Western College of Arts and Applied Sciences, abbreviated as WECO. This was under the stewardship of the former FIAR MP Henry Pius Masinde Muliro. The university has seen tremendous growth over the years. The first batch of the 24 pioneer students was in 1977. The students enrolled in certificate and diploma courses in mechanical and motor vehicle engineering, electrical and electronic engineering, agriculture, water, building, architecture, accounting, and finance. Today, the university has grown its programs, and one major stride was the establishment of the School of Medicine. The first batch of the 16 pioneer students is up and running. Sheila Kiki is one of the pioneer students in Masinde Muliro University School of Medicine.
My name is Sheila Kiki. I do study at Masinde Muliro University. I can say it's the best place to be. Reason being, we have good staff. We have good equipment. As you can see, we're provided with the equipment required. We've attended several classes, and I can say the kind of teaching we receive is the best. We're 16 in number. People may say it's a small number, but basically, I think it's the best number for starters. We are three per cadavre, of which everyone gets exposure. Many will be good doctors. So being a good doctor, all you need is practice. And practice comes from being few in number. So in the long end, become good doctors. I can say the next 5 years to come, basically, I think it will be the best school.
Professor Charles Chunge is the founding dean of the School of Medicine, and this is what he has to say about the school.
For students to join this medical school, the cutoff point is very high, A and A minus. This year, our cluster point was 41.67. And it was raised because the interest was very high. We had 70 applicants who qualified, but we had to raise the bar so that we take only 20 that are allowed by the board. The medical board allows us to take only 20 students per year. This process of 20 students per year will continue until the board comes to approve again that we can increase that number to our capacity. Our capacity is between 40 and 50 students per year, but we are allowed to start with 20 until the board comes to find that we are doing the correct job. The requirements were that we should get teachers, lecturers for each department. We began with 4 departments: community health, medical physiology, medical biochemistry, and anatomy. And each one of those departments required 5 lecturers. Our endeavor with Professor Olo, my associate dean, was to make sure that every department has got a professor. Now this is unique to this medical school. I thank the university administration for allowing that, so that anatomy, we have Professor P. Odhiambo, physiology, we have Professor Olo, biochemistry, we have Professor Chek and Professor Wahisi too. And for community health, which we are starting in September, we are going to get a professor for that. But this is the first medical school where first years are meeting first hand with professors. And many of these professors are old people who will mentor these students properly at this age. This is the right time for student doctors to meet kingpins of those courses. And also, we have also made sure that we train all our healthcare students in this university together with doctors. This is so important because the regional healthcare team requires that all healthcare students are trained together, knowing that when they qualify, they will work together as a team. Therefore, in this university we are teaching anatomy to all healthcare students. Any medical science student has to go through anatomy and physiology and a bit of biochemistry. We have common courses. This is fantastic because doctors will realize that they have to lead a healthcare team. A nutritionist will realize that they have to work together under the headship of a doctor. And they are all realizing that the nurse is the mother of healthcare, where the base at which everybody comes to settle. And this is important to teach respect, which has been lost in many Kenyan institutions. So I think we are creating here a medical school that will be remembered for decades to come. We are already very popular and we want many students to be interested, but what I fear is that the cut-off point for students to come here is going to be very competitive very shortly, and especially on the fact that we have professors teaching first years, and I thank the university for that. We have had some struggles in the past, but we have overcome them. We are overcoming them continuously with the support of the acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Joseph Bosire. We are moving in the right direction very rapidly now because reagents for medical sciences are not easy to get. They tend to be late, so we have relied heavily on the Department of Biological Sciences and on existing schools like biochemistry, like chemistry. We have relied heavily on them to support the School of Medicine. It's been a joint effort. We have got a lot of volunteers who have come to teach for us and interact with these students.
Professor Chunge further notes that the school is set to engage in massive research activities which will involve the students of the School of Medicine. He anchors the success of these research activities to the numerous resources in Kakamega County and the entire Western region.
We are looking forward to more and more support. We are introducing research, joint research in this university. Kakamega is a rich area for research. So by introducing a medical school here, we are going to make sure that every one of our students is involved in very good research. The dissertations that will come from this medical school are going to be marvelous. For example, Kakamega forest is here. There are so many substances in this forest that could be used for medicinal values. This is a chance to authenticate whether these substances are real. For example, someone has claimed that cassava can treat cancer of the prostate. We have a chance to test it here. Cassava is here, the patients are here, the students are here, and the teachers. So Kakamega is a really good place for medical research. And this medical research is joint. The medical school will not do standalone research. As I said, the whole team is here. Even the university, other schools like engineering, like agriculture, like industry, we are going to do our projects together. Right now I can mention that the sickle cell disease project has started, just to prove that what I'm saying is correct. The sickle cell research project has started and it involves almost all schools in this university, because we realize that even the School of Engineering has something to contribute towards treatment of sickle cell disease, because we may want to go into a joint using gadgets that doctors cannot invent on their own.
Masinde Muliro University has strong linkages both locally and internationally. Ball State University is one of the oldest partners of this great institution. The university is working closely with the Most School of Medicine on sickle cell anemia, which is a menace to many people in the Western region.
Our School of Medicine is having very strong linkages. Like for the sickle cell research project, we are linked with the Ball State University from the US. You saw the visitors here during the conference last week, and we also have other linkages, like the cancer project is going to be done by the Swedish university, which is going to be connected. The anatomy teaching and surgery were linked to Stanford University. Professor Servastava and Dr. Lukman are already adjunct lecturers here, and we are going to do video conferencing with telemedicine. Stanford University is the most advanced university in telemedicine. So we are going to do that. In fact, we are told that we will be able even to share patient care through the same system. Laboratory diagnosis we are going to share through the same system. So we are linked to many universities. We have also University of British Columbia in Canada, who are very interested. They have sent here Michael Cohen, the surgeon, to have a look at what we're doing, see if they can develop interest. So it's amazing how many international universities want us to be part of them. Within Africa, we have a conglomerate of Southern African universities, which we abbreviate as CONSAMs. I've attended conferences and meetings with them. Professor James Agriolo is a very strong member for this school on CONSAMs, a Confederation of Universities of Southern Africa. We are more than 25 universities, medical schools. There's a very strong linkage where we're going to share students and teachers as far down as Namibia, South Africa, Mozambique. Now Nigeria has come on board. So I think we believe in linkages, and they're coming. This gives our students and teachers opportunities to exchange. It's nice during the training if a teacher or a student can also go and live in another medical school for a short while to gain experiences, international experiences. So thank you very much.
Professor James Agriolo is the Associate Dean of the School of Medicine. The professor is confident that the Moose School of Medicine is going to be a popular and appropriate school in this country. He alludes the success of the School of Medicine to the competent students selected, especially in sciences, and the competent staff acquired over time.
It's going to be a popular school, and also I think it's going to be an appropriate school for LCDs, these low-income countries, which we are one of them. Good things that I can tell you: one is that our students are well qualified, and our entry points are very high. Our entry points are very high. It must be an A minus, right? And we also insist on certain grades. It must have a minimum of a B plus in biology in order to be able to manage the course. The same, and I think the dean has insisted really that it must be qualified. And that's very important, especially when you begin to think about privately sponsored students. There might be an impression that you could take people who are not well qualified, but that so far has not been the rule here in this news.
The presence of the Masinde Muliro School of Medicine has brought joy to many people, ranging from the community to the students at Masinde Muliro University. Michael Hudson-Were is a student's academics director at Masinde Muliro University.
My name is Michael Hudson-Were, the academic secretary of Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology. We are proud as a university to have a school of medicine, a faculty of medicine, and I just want to welcome all the students, whether from our nation or from even abroad, who are aspiring to partake a course in that field of medicine. You are very much welcomed. Thank you.
Indeed, with the famous Kakamega tropical forest surrounding the university, there is a serene environment and the beautiful ambience within Masinde Muliro University. It is proved to be the best learning environment. You want to acquire skills that will show your ability before your word? Masinde Muliro is your place.